Okay, so here is a great tips, great tools that I found at the dollar store this morning. So what is that? So I'm going to use the stamp positioner, and like I said, I've been repeat too many times. If you have one, that's awesome. If you don't have one, make sure you watch your video number 43. In the video number 43, I show you how you can make one. So because this is going to be your special combo set for Nancy stamps, and I am not going to do a coloring. I'm going to just use the one simple color. The paper that you need to use is very important, and often people send me an email, ask me about all the paper information, and please watch this paper review. I use 10 different kind of cardstock on the market, that the cardstock that you can easily find on the market, and then explain what's the difference between all different kinds of cardstock. So cardstock is very important. Like the cardstock I'm using is actually matte coated, so it's really good quality cardstock. Usually you just stamp one time, boom, and then you get a perfect image. But you probably, can't find this kind of cardstock. Actually, I'm going to show you something. Okay, so let's show you this first. So this is just a special coated cardstock. It's a paper cut Marco cardstock. You can find from their website, or you can find from Marco's website. I will provide the link below. Just use the search window, type local king, and any paper that I'm using, they will pop out. So I just ink my ink with a memento. Just want to show you what to do. So if you have missing, you have been using for a while, every time after you do that, and you kind of have to push, rubbing. So one time, one of my viewers say, Lisa, go buy this whiteboard eraser, and then you can do that, and that will help. It absolutely help, but the problem is, I always can't find it. It always bury on like on my table, just disappear. And today, when I went to the dollar store, I found something. I found out it works very well. They actually have a handle. Would you like to guess what is this? Let me show you. Tung. Yep, this is actually the people use these to paint their edge of the the like when they painting. This is just for like a border in the back, and this one it actually come with a handle, and then you can kind of turning different kind of location, and it's 350 Canadian dollar, probably 250. So it's cheaper. Not it's cheaper, it's a good price. I saw somebody put a YouTube channel that you can use that hockey, the air hockey stuff, but I was going to buy one, but it's like $12. I don't want to pay $12. So today when I saw this one, I say, hey, this is actually work very well. So if you need one, get one. Okay, good idea to use a stamp positioner, because if some ink is missing, you can always go back. And this one, because they have a handle, and I just found out it's much easier to work with it. Okay, so that's actually I'm going to, this is a coated cardstock, so it actually worked well, and this stamp I haven't used for a while. For the new stamp, like this kind of shadow stamp, you are going to use an eraser to erase the surface. If you haven't used this stamp for a while, when you erase with the surface, it will help you to ink much better and better. So give it a try. So that's a great tip. Okay, I want to show you on the regular cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to just do that. This is just a regular computer paper. Okay, just want to show you. Okay, so I'm going to rub the color here. On the regular cardstock, when you stamp, this is what you get. If you use a better quality cardstock, usually one stamp, you will get a very nice image. So, but when you use regular cardstock, the color is not that bright. So you do have to ink a few times if you're stamping on the just a cheap cardstock. It does help. Isn't that awesome? I think $3 totally worth it, right? So get one. Is it have a handle so helping you to, robbing around. So that's a good tool I just found at the dollar store, right? When you use this kind of intricate die cut, usually after you die cut it, and those small pieces is just stuck over there, and then you have to spend the time using the poking tool to poke them out. So this is what you're going to do to preventing all the little pieces stuck on the die cut. You're going to use a dryer sheet, the dryer sheet I use for your drying machine, a new one. And then you kind of just rubbing the back of the die cut. Yep, just like that. You don't have to do every single time. Just do the first one or two times, and then you find out if they start to stacking again, you just do it again. And then you're going to run to the machine, and they're going to show you how easy all those small pieces will fall. Okay, this is I just run to the machine and look, I don't have to do anything. Actually, it just fall off already. And then you still have some pieces, you kind of just push them around and then they were falling out, right? But the some of the die cut is actually a very, very detailed. They have those kind of small pieces. If you use a die brush, they will falling out, right? But they still have a few small pieces that we want to, they are still stick there. What are we going to do? So this die cut actually have some special features called the kiss cut. Is not defect item. So I designed this feature. You can decide you want to make a shaker car, window car. If you don't want any outline, just easily break it off. Do you have one of these poking tool? If you do good, if you have it, that's awesome. If you don't, this is what we're gonna do. I found out actually these I got from the internet. Yep, is for poking the pimple or whatever. So I found out this one is also use like they work very well. So three of them is only $5. If you are looking for some poking tool, I found this is just work very well. This tool, and there's some small piece of here and the tweezer. If you anything they say this is a special tool for scrapbooking or rubber stamping is expensive, but I just found out all those regular tools from the dollar store and they just work perfect. So this is one of our die cut is really, really detailed. And like I say, those kiss cut is just perfect for too many different kind of project you can work with it. Okay, so this is a die cut and I'm going to show you another great tips. Okay, so this is a pretty detailed die cut, right? If I want to glue this die cut on my car, it's going to be very challenging if I want to use a double-side tape because the double-side tape they are just too wide. When I apply, they are going to go over my stamp image. So what I like to do is I like to just use a regular white glue. So this the container I found from the Amazon. The price is actually very, very good. And then if you and then I just buy the regular glue from dollar store and it is only $1.25 from is Canadian dollar. So it's less than $1. And then it works just so well. It saves you a lot of money. But the problem is you got to have a nice bottles. These are the bottle they are not using for the crafting. They actually for decorate the icing on the cookies. So get some of these. If you don't want to pay the money for these, I have other option. Other option is you must have a bottle of these, right? So when these ones are finished, just clean the tip. Sorry, not clean the tip, clean inside, and then you can use this one, and then you can refill your white glue, and then you can use this one for gluing. This one because they have a nice tip, and then you can just put all the glue, the detail place, and then you can easily mount on top. No fancy glue, and then they will work perfect. And then if you want to put a foam tape on top, that's going to be very challenging because we can't find the foam is that small, right? So I actually create a few of the video to show you how can you like make at least one a little bit thickness to make it look like you use a foam tape. It's so simple, I'm explaining to you, but if you want me to create a video, just leave me a comment, let me know. So what I do is I just cut a few sheets of this one and just glue them together, and that's how they create the thickness. I'm going to find one of the video, and then I'm going to post the link below. If you like to see, you just click that video and they will give you more information. If you want me to create another video, just leave me a comment. Okay, so next, I have this empty bottle here, and I like this one because it works very well, and the price is actually pretty reasonable. They even give you this little funnel. You know what? But don't bother. It's not going to work because this glue is so thick. They won't move. Even you have this little guy, it won't move. It's only good for the water, the liquid stuff. So what I am going to show you is a great tip how you can refill this one. You will be very happy after you watch this video. This tip is so useful. So how I'm going to So this is how we are going to do that, okay? So first, you're going to make sure all your glue is, okay, holding your glue this way, right? And then you're going to kind of squeeze these bottles and try to keep a little bit distance and then release gently, just gently. See my left hand. Just try to give a CPR to these bottles, and that's how I refill this white glue from this bottle to this. So it takes a little bit practice. You will, sometimes you just kind of tapping it. You will get there. Just remember, let's watch one more time. Just squeeze your bottles here. Okay, and as soon as when the glue is in the bottle, release. Kind of like a very, very slowly pushing, release, pushing, release. So it takes probably 2 minutes to fill it out, the glue, but it works. So that way save you a lot of money. Sometimes if the tip is kind of clogged, you kind of just squeeze, push it. Okay, and then before the glue hit inside the bottle, release, and then holding it, kind of just keep it release. Okay, don't put too much, okay? When you squeeze the bottles, they kind of suck the glue in, okay? So that's how I do that. So if you push it, just push the glue inside this, well, that will work too. You just have to, once in a while, you kind of just have to, push the bottles. See? It goes in. Just like this. Actually, do very well. Just once in a while, you got to kind of push that air out. So, and then the glue will go inside the bottle. And then sometimes if you can't push anymore, just remove it. And then kind of squeeze a little bit. And then do again. I just love this one. Since I found out these bottles, I never use the tape for my detail die anymore. Actually, this work well. So, okay. So just give a nice push. See? I almost filled out my glue. It's a little bit messy in the beginning, but once when you get it, this a little bottle of glue you can use for a long time. There you go. See? Just sometimes you have to just pick up the glue and then see, push, give a little bit squeeze. And I think that's good enough. And then you're going to use a wet cloth, clean the tip. And this one is actually come with a little gap. Yeah, so you just have to make sure you after you use it, if you don't use it, you're going to close the lid right away. Before I close it, I always use a needle, try to clean the metal part first, so that way they don't clog like that. And then close it, and then see how easy the glue come out. There you go. See? So you never have to worry about it anymore. It just give you a little piece, a little bit glue is enough to do it. Sometimes if they don't, like a glue, they don't come out, just untie it, let the air get a little bit floating, and then they will do that. So I just thinking this is a great idea, and then trust me, 2 bottles of glue will last you for a lot of a car. So that's the tip. I think is pretty useful. If you like this kind of video, leave me a comment, let me know. And make sure you subscribe Local King's YouTube channel. I have a more tutorial coming. So this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.